indicate your level of confidence in, the process going forward, as in the speed and the event-free or the quality of the performance of the Electoral Commission?
Well,
I said yours. I didn't say CDD survey. You're going to read the CDD survey to us.
The CDD survey reinforces my own observations, conclusions that I've made. That is why, and it's a very credible document.
That's true.
It's a reference point for me. The controversies that we went through, new register or no new register, we went through that in spite of all the pandemic, implications. The question about when would it be fully compiled and sent to the political parties, there were doubts, there were people who made all sorts of arguments. Thankfully, I think we've overcome those obstacles. We're about 9 or 10 days to the D-Day.
Right.
And it is remarkable that the CDD, in its survey, tells us the EC, the chairperson, that is the one about popular approval of elected appointed state officials, performance are highest for the president and the EC. The emphasis here is on EC. And they have a 68% approval rating in terms of popular confidence. I have the same confidence in the EC. Indeed, I've always had confidence in the EC, in spite of their, failings or challenges. I think that over the last 28 years, progressively, we have actually been able to put in place an election architecture, an election management body that is credible with all its challenges.
Of course, what else can you expect of a human institution? A human institution must grow and must have its failures.
The key point with this is considering the backdrop that led to the removal of previous commissioners and the appointment of the new commissioners, with the perception that was a reality that people were confronted with. So it created some crisis of confidence initially. But I think that consistently, based on their output, that's why we've arrived at such a survey rating by a credible body like the EC. I also find certain things interesting. You see, they believe the question about the large majority believes in the efficacy of their vote is critical. When the people who are going to cast the vote have that particular confidence, and belief
that their vote cannot be compromised.
Yes, it's very important. It creates a huge ocean of trust, and it's a barrier against those who seek to, cast doubt on the integrity of the outcome. I'm not saying that in the course of the exercise there may not be challenges, but we have the mechanisms, put in place to point out those challenges and cure them.
The EC itself has been emphasizing that it does not actually have the capacity, as it were, to change your vote in favor of anybody. And I think that, like you said, goes to help in the confidence building, that it doesn't, irrespective of the fact that you have genuine grounds and evidence that somebody who has been appointed there has a political leaning or may do something in favor of a particular political party. The confidence is that the process is transparent. We all vote. The agents are there. The results are counted in front of us. So it is the main reason the Supreme Court refused to nullify the election of somebody. Because they said we all saw everything from the polling station up to the final.
Yes, and the experience of the 2013 election petition and the reforms that the Supreme Court advocated after the verdict put together, all that helped to enhance the integrity of the 2016 elections, and hopefully will factor into 2020 elections. So the point I'm making is that yes, we have challenges. People may have their doubts, because I still hear some people crying foul. Every small thing that is put out there, we hear people, some very formidable political elements, crying foul. But overall, we've created a critical mass of confidence in the election architecture and the election management body. And I believe put together, we'll move ahead. Maybe the election security aspects, as you said, will come on.
But you are not saying, Kweku, that what has become typical of opposition parties, once they are in opposition, they suspect every single thing that the Electoral Commission does.
Yes.
And it goes both ways,
yes.
NPP, NDC.
Yes.
You are not suggesting that, despite our knowledge of that fact, some of the concerns they raise are genuine.
Well, see, to be very brutally frank with you, between 1992 to 1994, before the emergence of IPAC, I was part of those who kept on harassing the EC, the election management body. We had no trust for them. We had no belief in them. Indeed, if you check...
Please, I'm receiving your questions, and I'm going to throw them to Dr. Kweku Baako very soon. I have questions. Somebody wants to know... Dr. Kweku, somebody wants to know if they change their mind after thumb printing, can they get a fresh ballot paper? I'm coming.
Yeah. No problem. You see, so that subculture was there. Some of us were part of it. Post the formation of IPAC and how things went in terms of the electoral reforms, you know, the transparent ballot boxes, the photo ID card, all those things enhanced the integrity of the election architecture. Progressively, some of us stopped that harassment. Look, before the IPAC, there was a stage. In fact, during IPAC, I didn't bring the minutes. The opposition parties were demanding that there should be party representatives on the EC. And because there was such an example in Togo. Okay, so we were demanding it because our view was that, look, the PNDC had put this body, interim National Electoral Commission, in place, and so we didn't trust them. But gradually, look, we've moved away from that. Those who have had difficulties with the EC, they go to court. The EC has lost cases in court, haven't they?
Yeah.
If you have difficulties with some of the things they do, you know the appropriate place to go.
The EC has gotten ready to organize an election, and the Supreme Court stopped the whole election.
Yes. I remember the question of using photo ID cards and thumb print at the same time. It was some 4 or 5 days to elections. And one Apalu, I think it was Apalu, who went to court on that. At the end of the day, the opposition parties did not like the verdict the Supreme Court brought out to the public domain. But whatever it is, the point I'm making is that collectively, our level of confidence and belief in the election architecture, as well as the body that manages it, has improved.
All right.
Has gone up.
Okay.
And we should maintain that towards this election and after it.
Right. Thank you very much.